second down, Freeman. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bernardrick McKinney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Shift together here from the D-line. Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. Now Kessler. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 36. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Freeman again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Kessler looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Finding time. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tech McKinley in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Offense still needing 10 yards, second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And the
Rams got it. They bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
This is Marshall, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Play action. Kessler. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Throwing is Kessler on third down. And it's a sack. Down goes Kessler. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of his.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. By the way, they're into the second quarter now out in Carson. The Raiders out to an early lead over the Chargers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And here's Marshall. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Throwing is Kessler. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Kessler. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The left side caught by Diggs. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big-time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key third down.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is right through. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On second down, here's Kessler. Forced out to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the gun on third down, Kessler. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll look to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. In motion is Austin Hooper. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Back now in Los Angeles. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Diggs going in motion right. They toss to Freeman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Diggs going in motion right. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Muscles him off. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. In motion is Austin Hooper. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Aaron Lynch in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down, here's Kessler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Kessler. He completes it to Julio Jones. Touchdown, L.A. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
And oh, that is going to be a safety. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And that disastrous play partner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
No. Patrick! All right, here we go.
Woods, the receiver, in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Finding room inside the 40. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Kessler. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Back to throw, Kessler. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Colby Lisenby with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure. There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Who? Who's that talking? Nigga, I beat you last, nigga. I got the screenshots too, nigga. Dog. You beat me when I had the coach. Listen, man. Dog, you beat me when I had the coach, and I backdoor whooped your ass 2 times in a row when I got the Cowboys, nigga. Man, you trash. Man, I'm not gonna play you because you sitting in line, bro. I got the date and everything. I got the date and everything on the motherfucking screenshot, fool. Man, see, now you just sitting in line and I'm finna. Who the fuck? I'm about to send it right now. Since you think it's fake. I know, but I don't like it with a nigga lying. I'm not finna play him right now. He gonna sit and wait. No, I'm finna play where you at. I'm finna play where you at. Cause you lying. I just beat the nigga 2 times in a row the other day. I know. So why is he lying though? Why is he lying? Yes, I did. Man, you gonna sit back and wait, nigga, for you lying, nigga. You next. You next. No, you next for lying. If you wouldn't have lied, I would have played you right now. Alright. Alright.
Man, let me beat this nigga ass. So I called him out for 15 minutes. I've been chasing this nigga all. What I'm telling you, bro. We did the same thing, and I told him, when we got in the lobby, I said, what do you say? I don't know if they're gonna put it.
Hey, where you at? Where you at? You next. I'm finna beat the fuck out this nigga, and I want this nigga asking for no more games. Since he just think he that good. Why, nigga? My broadcast up. This nigga trash. He wasting my time. Bum. Yeah, when I had the Colts. And leave. You already just said it. I said 2 screenshots right after that. Me busting. Thank you. Thank you, man. We played 3 games that day. Man, nigga, he high as dog food. I'm trying to find your name, nigga. I got you. I see your name, nigga. Little bum ass. Now you little bum. I'm finna send it. Fucking bum.
Ray!
You doing your food? All right.
Ray!
I know I'm loud, but y'all just loud. I don't mind you playing, but please don't wake up the baby, because he gonna wreak havoc on your ass when you wake up. That gives your mother time to rest when they sleep. And you must have turned the air conditioner on wide open. They ain't temperature and off and on. Fuck, you trying to kill a nigga in this motherfucker?
Why didn't you just hop on and cook for you?